back to my channel, Beauty and the Boondocks, and today I have a special guest, Eric, my son. He's going to help me. What are you going to do?
Make cake pops.
All right. Okay, Eric, so the first thing we're going to do is Eric's going to show you what ingredients and everything you need to make cake pops. Go ahead, Eric, get started.
So we need a cake pop
Maker.
Maker.
Yeah, good job.
and then a bottle of ketchup.
Well, it's actually a squeeze bottle. It's empty. You can buy those at Walmart.
And you need
What is that?
butter.
Yeah, I'm using, I can't believe it's not butter, to cut out some of the fat. Okay, what else do we need, Eric?
Chocolate.
Chocolate frosting.
Ding.
I'm using Pillsbury Creamy Supreme. That's the best thing you can use when you're making cake pops, is the creamy frosting. What else do we need, Eric?
We need chewy fudge brownie mix.
And what else?
We need, what is that?
It's cooking spray.
Cooking spray.
Yeah.
And then and we need
The teaspoons.
the teaspoons.
That's for water.
And we need this little thingy.
Yep.
And
That is a container to put it in. It's actually a container I bought to put cupcakes in, and it actually has a lid right here at the bottom that seals it, and it's a take-along.
we also need some straws.
Yes, that's to put in there so you can pick them up without getting your hands messy, right, Eric?
Yes.
Okay, Eric. Let's get started then.
So-
For this recipe, it calls for a 1/4 cup of oil, which we're going to substitute I can't believe it's not butter. Instead of that, I'm just going to do that by sight. I don't measure everything. And then it also calls for 2 tablespoons of water, which we have our measuring spoons to do that with. I will do that. And then 1 egg, which we've got right here. We have a farm fresh egg. So let's get into it, and we're gonna have he's going to be stirring today with a special spoon. Show him your Halloween spoon.
This is a pumpkin spoon,
Yes.
and these parts look sharp, but they're not that sharp. They're just looking sharp.
Eric is so funny. So let's get into it, Eric.
Did I do it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did I put?
Yeah, dump it all in there, Eric. So it's empty. Okay. Good job. And I put 1 tablespoon in, and I had Eric put the other in. And that was just water, by the way. I'm going to put the egg in because I don't want Eric to get salmonella poisoning or anything. So I'll put that in. I'm going to try to get this egg one-handed here. Look at that. I did it. So we got our egg in there. And the next thing, we're going to put in our oil substitute. I can't believe it's not butter. Next, Eric is going to shake the butter. Shake it really hard, Eric. We want to mix everything up. Eric's doing a good job here.
This is good enough.
It's good enough, Eric. Okay, and we're going to put some into the mixture as our oil substitute because I'm just going to go by sight. So I think that is plenty.
Of butter.
Yes, I put about 1/4 of the bottle in there. The thing we're going to do is we're going to have our helpful assistant Eric stir it with his special Halloween spoon. Go ahead, Eric. You gotta mix it up really good. Doing a good job, Eric. Uh-oh. I'll have to fix that later. So you stir the mixture until it's quite thin and well blended. And next we're going to put it in our cake pop maker, and hopefully it'll turn out good. We got our mess cleaned up, as you can see. Eric is learning, aren't you, Eric?
Yes.
Yes, it's all about fun and learning safety in the kitchen, isn't it, buddy?
Yes.
We have our ingredients, inside the squirt bottle. And just another tip here, also it would be good to have a kitchen funnel just so you won't have to get a big mess, and it's quite easy to do it. You can pour from a pretty wide bowl into a funnel, and it'll go right in there. So we're ready to get started, and on to the next step. We're going to pour the ingredients into the cake pop maker and see what happens. So here goes, guys. We're getting ready to pour this in there into the cake pop maker, and do not plug it in yet until you get ready to put it in there. So I'm gonna spray it first, then plug it in, and then we'll squirt the stuff after we spray the cooking spray in. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my pure coconut oil. I buy these at the Dollar Tree and they work really good. I'm gonna spray the top and bottom really fast. One moment. Spray it really good. We don't want it to stick. So it's sprayed really good. So the next step, we're gonna put it in there, and it's gonna smoke a little bit because it's hot. Okay, a good point. The first thing you do is make sure you don't burn yourself. But what I'm doing is you fill these up till they're almost full. So right about there. Eric, I'm gonna do this myself because I don't want you to get burned.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this real quick. Eric, do you want to do one? Don't touch anything. You want to try it? You do it with one hand. Here, I'll help you.
Feel the flame.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. You should do almost full. I'll do that real quick. They're gonna cook quick.
My hand, I would be dead right now.
Eric is so funny. I'm gonna do this real quick on camera. We gotta shut this quick because they cook in like 4 minutes. Is what I'm told. We don't want to burn. We're getting them almost full. So I think we're gonna have enough left over to make 2 batches, and it does 12. So we're gonna hurry here, folks. It's my first time making them.
Oh yeah, you.
There we go. It almost didn't want to go. There we go.
We don't
Let's
have
how
enough.
these turn out. We got plenty. Maybe able to make even more. Okay, let's see how these do. And shut the lid.
How long will it take?
Eric, it takes about 4 minutes. So we're gonna wait about 4 minutes, and then we'll see what happens. See it smoking, that means it's working. Mine says ready, but it's not quite yet. Just set your timer for about 4 or 5 minutes, and that's just the cooking spray burning off there. So it looks like they're done, and I took a toothpick. By the way, you need a toothpick. And I checked it, and they're done. So I'm gonna take them out and put them in the container to cool. And by the way, make sure that you unplug the machine before you get it out so you don't forget. So that it don't keep cooking. I have unplugged my machine. Make sure you do that. And I'm going to put these into this container now. So you can use a spoon, but I'm just gonna, because these are pretty done, I'm just gonna put them in here to cool. And they're not perfect, but we will shape them and make them look great. So you can use parchment paper, but I don't see any point in using it because I'm not going to be cooking with it. I'm just going to let it cool on a paper towel in here.
So we're reshaping them.
Yeah, we're going to show them how to do that. After the first try. What they look like. They look a little misshapen. Maybe I need to put more in, but if you flip them over, they're nice and round. So I'll probably just flip them over and use the pretty side. Or you could double them up if you wanted to. But we're going to do individual ones. And we got to let these bad boys cool, and then we will mix up our chocolate frosting and decorate them. So, see you soon. Put them in the freezer to speed up the cooling down process. Next thing you need is bowls, or a bowl to put your icing in. I'm going to use the chocolate icing, but this is to be able to put your sprinkles in and dip them while you're also, I would do it wet when you dip the cake pop in there and you get all the excess icing. I would then dip it in the sprinkles, or you would take your finger and pinch it and put it on the product the way you want. But I'm going to be using these sprinkles today, and I also found this really cool thing. It's called pearl dust. So it's kind of finely milled looking food glitter, kind of white and a black. And I found these Wilton supplies and the Betty Crocker at a Dollar Tree type store. They had an overstock there. And also the bowls are those little bitty bowls that you can find at the Dollar Tree. Now that they're cooled, let's get into decorating. Start with this Pillsbury Creamy Supreme chocolate frosting, and I'm gonna melt it just enough to where it's still a little bit thick, to where it will stay on the cake pop and not completely melt into it. So let's get to it. I'm going to use probably about half this jar, so I'll do it. Stay sprinkles. I decided to mix everything together. I know it looks a little weird, but I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. So what are we gonna do next, Eric?
We're going to get the straws out, and
We're going to do what with this?
We're gonna
poke
put 'em
in there, aren't we?
yes.
Can you do that? Just halfway through in the middle.
So we don't get our hands sticky.
See, that's how you do it. All
Yes.
right.
But it's pretty too long. A little long.
It's different.
Yeah.
But I've got these put on the paper straws. Aren't they cute? I got those at actually not Family Dollar, the Dollar General for $1 for like 12. I was able to yield 19 of these actually. So, yeah. About, you use half a jar of the icing. Do about 15 to 30 seconds depending on the strength of your microwave. And so I'll dip these in the chocolate and then swirl it around, and then dip the top of it and swirl it around in that. Shake it off, and then put it in this end of your thing. You need a cup or styrofoam or something that you can stand them up in, at least till they fully dry. So let me show you. Let's just get into it. Shake it out, see if we can do it. All right, so here we go. Twirling, twirling, twirling. Eric's helping me. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Looks good.
Yeah, it is looking good. All right, so
Also looking bigger.
yeah. So here's what it looks like. Not perfect, but this is my first time making them. All right, so
This top is
let's
looking
dip
good.
the top. That.
Too big.
Not bad. First try. Let's see.
What
how
is
it
on
goes.
that? Is that edible sprinkles?
It is edible sprinkles, yes. So, I'm gonna set this in here, and then we're gonna do the rest and see how it turns out. We may have a mess on our hands, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. What I recommend is putting a paper towel under it if you're gonna use chocolate frosting, and maybe microwaving it a little bit less, where it's a little bit thicker. But you can also get candy melts or almond bark and use that instead, and that's a little bit thicker. So let me show you the rest of it. We'll finish them up and then come back on. Here's our finished product. I haven't done all of them, but I just wanted to give you all a sample of what I worked on. Not the best ever, but not bad for a beginner. Something that I learned from this is to fill it up all the way and just clean it up afterward. They make rounder pops if you do fill it up all the way. Maybe a little, slightly bit over when you're doing it. You'll have rounder pops, or you could cut them in half and to the two round sides, you glue them together with icing after they have cooled and make a larger pop, or you could double them up. So thanks for watching, and let's see what Eric thinks. Here, you can take these with you somewhere. I did end up putting parchment paper inside this cupcake caddy that I got at the Dollar General store for about $15. And Mrs. Skeleton soon saw hers. So they're gonna be enjoying this tonight, just teasing. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts, and also any other suggestions you have, that any videos you would like to see. So happy Halloween. Love you guys.